Hello. We are out on a project I've been working on for about a year, or more actually. We're on a 2001 Honda Reflex. It's a scooter with a 250cc motor, or 249 actually, but we'll round it up like Honda does. Today's the first day I've had it out on the road. Got license and insurance on it. We are out on the twisties of the Honeymoon Trail right now. And literally giving the bike a shakedown ride. All the bumps. Bought the scooter at auction late April 22. Did not include a key or a title. So most of the year of delaying to get the bike on the road was spent getting a ignition key made for it. Took the locks out of the glove compartment and the gas fill area and used those to help me file away key blanks until I got those working. But even with those files working, so I could open the trunk and the other two locks, the ignition wouldn't work. So then I had to take the handlebars off and the ignition switch off and tear into it enough so that I could insert a key and see which tumblers were protruding yet. And lo and behold, there is an extra tumbler on the ignition side than on the other locks. So once I got that filed in, then I was able to get the ignition working and roll the bike over a little bit. So then I started spending some money on the bike itself. It has a new battery, has a new brake indicator switch for the rear brakes. The mirrors I'm using today are actually off the 550. Part of the condition of this bike when I got it was that the windscreen was not on it. The piece of plastic up on the front below the windscreen is missing. Mirrors were missing, and there was several scrapes on the side because all the indications of it being dropped at least once. Turn signals up front were all knocked loose. So I ended up tearing all the body panels off and stitch welding the plastic over the cracks so that they would return somewhat normal shape and have some strength to them. There's a heating iron that I use to do the stitch welding. Heats up these little pieces of wire bent in some different shapes and then you press them into the plastic. Let the plastic cool a bit, and you can remove the iron. Then go back and cut the excess wire that's protruding out from the plastic off. You don't get rid of the cracks on the outside, but you do add a lot of rigidity to where it won't crack anymore. Handling wise, this is a little different than the 550, which is the normal bike I would use on this road, or even the few times I've taken the Goldwing on it. These tires are, I think they're 12-inch tires, so they do roll a little different than the for that reason. And I think that are a straight street tire as opposed to the 70-30 type of tire that I run with the 550. Part of what's here is just getting used to riding on loose surfaces, not being too tight. Keeping the speed down a little more than I would on the 550. Getting here, I rode down the highway for a few miles, and basically you run wide open throttle and keep it pretty close to the posted speed limit, but that means you're going slower than a lot of the traffic, because I usually run 5 to 10 over. But I discovered that on the level or slight incline, 7,000 RPMs is where it likes to hang out. Let's see, it maxed out at the highest speed I achieved on a back road was about 7,200 RPMs. Red line's about 8,500. So in normal riding conditions, it's not going to hit the red line. Scooter does have ABS, which I haven't really tried out yet. I'm using the rear brake here primarily to just kind of slow down a little bit on the corner. On the pavement I use the front brake, but it's gravel, I'll lean, primarily I'll use the rear brake and lightly on the front brake.